What's up, guys? This is Zach HC here, and yeah, we're bringing a Fallout 76 video, farming locations, especially while it's double XP from this video to January 25th. It's a move. Now, the first location we're going to hop into, most people know this, but if you're new, this is called Colonial Monument. Now, I'm going to recommend for any of the animal farms I show you, which there will be two, you really want an area damage gun, some gun that you're going to hit multiple enemies at once. Now, if you're level 30, level 40, you might not have that, and that's fine. You can really get grenades, even a missile launcher, even a machine gun. The reason why I do recommend is not because the creatures are tough here. Now, sometimes they can be on a rare drop, which we're going to get later on in the video, but it's because they will run away, and you want to get as much XP as you can. Now, what I showed here was, this is without any buffs, no public groups, no nothing. It's 119 XP right now. So it's pretty good. Now, when you buff it, it's going to double. And here, I have a ×3 going on. And I also hit a Yao Guai spawn. And this is the lodge in the top of the map. This spot's usually going to have Radstags. Sometimes it has Deathclaws, or if you're lucky, you're going to get these Yao Guais, if I'm saying that right. However the fuck you say, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to get probably 1300 XP within not even 4 minutes, really. Just killing like a couple of these Yao Guai while being in a group of ×3 plus our double XP going on. So this really pushed me really fast. Now, if you have a friend or two and you're a low level and you can come take this and you do get a spawn like this, you're likely to level up, I mean, right away, maybe even 2 times. Now, I don't know if the leveling system has really changed, but these two are the animal spawns, and the variety can be different. You're not always going to get Yao Guai. You're not always going to get 30 creatures like in the first part we saw. Sometimes you only get 5. Sometimes there's none left. You can world swap, which is what, that's what you're supposed to do for these animal ones, and that's what a lot of YouTubers are going to tell you. What I wanted to point out is, 5 to 6 different locations that you can do in one run. That way so you don't have to keep disconnecting and connecting from a world, which I enjoy personally, clearing out more areas than replaying one. And the XP it's not the best here, but with the buff I'm getting 145 compared to 119, which was better. But these Radstags, like, they don't, they're going to give you 100 XP, but you really want to find the most important one, which is the Scorch, which are ghouls, which we'll get to. Now, we decided to come back to Colonial Monument to show you guys that, the variety's not always there. You're not in the quantity either. And that's going to happen. You might get frustrated, but once again, that's why you have other locations to check before you swap your world. Now, I am on the ×3 still, and it should be in this next clip here. We're going to be making our way to what I recommend for lower levels between level 5 and level 25. And it's going to be Point Pleasant. It looks just like this. And the thing I like about it is it's got about 3 enemies per, I guess you could say 200 feet. If you were thinking 200 feet, they're not all in one place, so they're not going to overwhelm you, especially as a low level. And you can clear out this dungeon with, honestly, a level 15 shotgun, for example, within 15 minutes. Now, the majority of the stronger, better weapon enemies are going to be on the roof. And I will point out that pretty much always here, there's about 45 enemies or so. So you're going to get a lot of XP. It's going to take a little bit longer. The other positive, though, is that you're going to see these things you can pick up, these eggs, that most of you have probably seen, but if you are new, you will find out on this video. Now, we killed those 3. This is the route that I recommend. You take this left side where I came from, not because I TP'd here, but because it seems like the fastest and safest route. Now, I get a little confused right here, but you're going to go through this door, or this broken wall, right? And then, like I said, you're going to see enemies on the roof over here. There's a couple in the street, but it's not overwhelming at all. Across the street here is where kind of the boss is of the town, and he's going to be in the basement, which you'll see in a few minutes. We're going to skip to that after we show the eggs off. The eggs, depending on your vendor cards you have and your stats, it can range from 14 caps to 24 caps per egg. And you usually get about 20 to 30 eggs from here, so it's a good little way to get your caps going. And you can do that as many times as you want. Obviously, once you hit a level 40 or so, you won't really worry about the eggs. You start to realize that you really want materials, and you're going to loot a lot of your materials. But caps are really good for fast travel. That's the only thing that I really recommend them for, unless you're buying from vendors, of course. Now, as you'll see here, there was a workbench. I do recommend, if you're a level, take a look at the workbench before you go down there. It's not the enemies are strong, it's just usually by this time you might be running low on ammo. Now typically there's a ton of shotgun ammo. A lot of these enemies have shotguns. Now the bathroom key, that is somewhere located in the room. I forgot personally, but you never lose it, you'll always keep it, and you can keep opening it up. And this was the basement where you could say the boss is. There's also usually a few like weapons down there, like that guy has a minigun, and there's a couple other things like health, food, meds. So it's a good little place if you don't want to pay for anything. You're going to be able to come to this town, and you're usually going to get all the stim packs you need by the time you leave. You're going to get all your shotgun ammo back. That's probably the #1 thing they have. I would say each body has about 8 to 9 shotgun rounds, or 38s, and then probably 10 enemies here have 308 rounds. But anyways, now we're going to go to the Scorched. Personally, the Scorched, like I said, are going to be the most effective ones to level up with, and that's because they give you like 230 XP, or there you go, 205 or 235. I don't know, my camera's blurry, unfortunately, when I commentate over these. Anyways, there's about 25 enemies here every time. Sometimes there might be 15, but I'd say it averages right around 20-25, which is you're gonna get over 2000 XP here. And even not on double XP, you're probably going to get a level here. If you're on a level like 30 or level 35, you're going to get a level probably within coming here twice, to be honest. I don't want to lie to you guys and tell you guys one time, because I do get a level here, but I went to 2 other places prior to this. I do level up twice in this video, and they took me about 20 minutes. Now, it doesn't take that long. It's only because I was making the videos for this. Normally, you can do all of this, especially with an area damage gun like I have, you can do it within 10 minutes. 3 locations. It's really the fast travel time that slows you down. But the next one we're going to go to is for a higher level. I recommend coming here when you're level 35. Only because like it is nice, and they're level 60s here, and they give you a good bit of XP always. You don't need buffs or really anything. I only have a ×1 buff, and I'm getting 242 XP here. Now this is Fort Defiance on the map. Now that's also going to make me want to add in the last thing for this video. Do all your Scorched events. All the events you see, if you have to world swap, do any of the Scorched hordes, the ghoul ones. Like there's about 3 or 4. This is one of them actually. I'm not doing the event, but it's located here. And any Scorched stuff, that's going to be your real power level. I don't know if you really get the mats, or you could say the materials, same thing, but leveling wise, this is the move, 100%. Now I hope I've been helpful in this video, and hopefully you guys will use some of these locations, because I still use them every now and then. Once you get the guns you want and the level you want, it's not as fun obviously, but it can be really effective for power leveling. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop that like and hit that sub, and like always, peace.